In our following chapter, The Need to Know, I want to explain and show you guys one or two more things in Photoshop that I find essential that you know before you get into Photoshop. All right, so say for instance, you are done now with your whole Photoshop process, you're done with Photoshopping whatever you wanted, and on the right hand side in your layers palette, you are happy with what you have. But now you want to save this as well. So, how do you actually do that? Simply go up to File and go to Save As. Hit Save As, and right away, Photoshop will open a new directory and the source area. So right away, select obviously on the desktop or wherever you have your folder and save it in here. But now at the top again, right away you can put in the name. I'm going to write now 2 over here just as a test and put this into my Photoshop beginner folder over here. Then as well, also at the bottom, it will ask me the format. So what type of format do I want to save this as? As a Photoshop, large format, bitmap, a few more JPEG, JPEG 2000. Do you want to save it as a Photoshop PDF? Do you want to save it as a PNG? And a few more options. For a normal standard Photoshop file, I would just select Photoshop over here. And you can also set tick here, keep all the layers, because next time when you open it, you will see all your layers again. So hit save. Right away, Photoshop will ask you to maximize compatibility. Yes, okay, that. And right away, Photoshop saves it on the highest quality possible in your settings. Right away down here, you'll also get to see it. It's already done with saving. But now, say for instance, sometimes you have a folder or a file and you work on it for a few hours and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm just going to replicate this quickly. And say, for instance, your file now reaches up to 2 gigabytes. As you can see also here at the bottom, let's actually select all of these files that I've just created. Turn this off. Again, it should go down to a lower number. Let's actually start again. I'm going to delete it. And right away, you see this is around 70 megabytes right now, this picture. So as soon as we create more and more and more layers, throughout our retouching process, it will obviously go a little bit higher and double. So as you guys can see, it's already now to 1.29 gigabyte. So say for instance, I continue with my Photoshop process, we get to 2.5, 3.7, and now we're almost at 4 gigabytes for a file. Let's actually overdo this and go to 5. Almost actually 6 now, 6.2 gigabytes. So I'm going to go back to File once more and hit Save As. And normally as Photoshop, I want to save this. Hit 2. Replace this. No, we don't want to replace this. We want to give this a new number. So maybe number 3. Hit save, maximum compatibility, and it starts to save. And normally sometimes this breaks down or it doesn't want to save or you are struggling to save it. Then, as you guys can also see down here, here's our current process. Let's just wait quickly for this. And there we go. Right away, we get a message here from Photoshop. Could not save as PSD3 because the document is too big, larger than 2 gigabytes. You need to save it differently. So what do we do now? It's a very actually simple trick actually. Just go back to File once again, go to Save As, and right away here, type in 3 as the number, and on the format, go to Large Document Format. And now if you hit Save, it will also save it under maximum compatibility, but it will save it quicker and also with the right settings, and it will save. And right away, you guys get to see it has been saved. So let's go also to File, Save As again, and just have a look. Here it is, 3, so it has been saved also as a large document. Let's switch back to Photoshop, hit Cancel, and I will also delete now all of these layers here. Press F again, get into the full screen mode, and show you guys one more thing. Let's go back to File, Save As, and also we're going to go here to JPEG this time. So maybe number 4 now, and we're going to choose a JPEG. So again, JPEG, save, right away Photoshop will ask us a little bit about the options. So do you want to save this as matte, none, or anything that depends on printing again? If you want to print, then also have a look first in this. I'm going to go with none, just normal. And then quality needs to always be 12, maximum quality. If you want to change this a bit down and want to see also your sizes currently, head over here to the right-hand side and select the preview box. Now Photoshop is calculating right now how big that file will be, so something around 12 megabytes. You can then also change down the quality here. Photoshop is again calculating it and it will now tweak it down. So from 5, the half of it is now 1 megabyte point 1. You can even take it a bit further down to achieve a few kilobytes if you want to upload it to web. But this is not the proper way of how to upload it to the web with a low version on a big scale. Let's also spread it back to 12. More about the web version in a little bit. At the bottom here, I just always go with progressive, and that's it. Hit OK, and right away Photoshop will save this. So let's also talk now a little bit about saving for web. So right away, you'll see this in Canvas here is quite big. Let's actually go again to image size and have a look here. The pixels are still 4,000 to 6,000, so it's really, really big. If we even go to centimeters, it's 42 centimeters big. It's huge. So this is not ideal for the internet. And as you guys can see, the image size here is around almost 70 megabytes. So what you can do, which is also not the best option, but it's doable, go to image, image size again, and here under resolution, change this only to 72 dpi. Hit OK. Right away, Photoshop will resize actually your canvas size and also change this a little bit. So this is ideal now for the web. You can easily save this now as a JPEG file. If we go to save as and save as number 5, go back to a simple JPEG picture and hit save, you'll now see it's already at maximum quality, saved to 1.3 megabytes. But we can take it down maybe to 10 or even 11. The quality will still be good and it's just at 900 kilobytes, which is also very nice. I'm going to hit cancel once again. And if you zoom in, the structure and the detail is obviously broken. So nobody can steal this picture from you. Obviously, they can steal it, but they don't have a high quality picture of your actual image in the internet. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit more, right? And what I'll show now again is just go a step back under the history panel here and go to delete layer. We zoom in now, we get to see all the detail again, and it's a nice sharp image. So basically, we are back now to a big canvas size again. Image size, and right away you see we have the big canvas size. So you can either do it like that, scale it down with the image size onto 72 dpi, or you can also go to File and go to Export, and here go to Save for Web. So right away, Photoshop puts up a brand new box here. Let's just at the bottom here zoom out a little bit so you guys get to see it right away. And obviously, this is our complete picture. And then here at the top with the hand tool, you can obviously move this around when it's zoomed in, original and optimized. And I always go with optimized, so it just gets a bit of a pop there again. If you've already did some adjustments to this layer, just stay with the original. Otherwise, you'll have this bit of a pop. Under original now, let's head over here. You can first of all obviously choose a preset from. So JPEG low, you can also go with GIFs if you want. JPEG high, JPEG low, or JPEG medium. That's your option to go with. So once you select this preset, right away everything changes for you here. So the quality says to 60, it's optimized, high quality. And have a look here in the left-hand side, you get to see right away the megabytes. So 2.9 megabytes. So if this is too big for you, just head back to the preset and select low. You can also select it over here, low, medium, high, very high, maximum. So I set it to low now, and it's right away just 600 kilobytes. Then at the bottom here, still convert to sRGB. I would keep it to these settings. The standard ones depends on if you want to print this, but normally you wouldn't print a web version image. Then it might be something different. Also at the bottom, again, your image size here, still with the highest pixel size. So basically meaning, again, this is nice and big. I would also change this most probably. Then it's not so big in the internet. Once you're done, you just hit save and right away you will save it. So this is actually the proper way how to save for the web. Again, remember, very important here, select first of all your preset, stay with original, have a look at your kilobyte size. Then again, your color space here, the sRGB or CMYK. And again, obviously your image size, if you want to have it this big or a bit smaller. Once you're done, hit save and you're done. Those are a few options how to save for the web, how to also save in Photoshop, or again, saving a JPEG. And then lastly, remember again, the keyboard shortcut, Command and S. While you work right away, it saves again in Photoshop. So while you keep on Photoshopping, just maybe adjust the layer. You do again another adjustment layer. Now when I hit Command S, have a look here at the bottom of my canvas. It gets blue, it saves right away in the back end. So you don't need to go all the way up to File and hit Save and type in a few things. Just Command S and right away it will be saved. The same for Windows again, Control S, Macintosh, Command S.